The second paper is the paper by Ms. Bothe, who's a Ph.D. candidate in developmental psychology at the Graduate Center of the City University of New York. And her title of her paper is Gender Differences in Insecurely Attached Children, a longitudinal study comparing social behaviors with peers at 54 months, kindergarten and first grade. Okay, so John Bowlby's theory of attachment proposed that early infant-mother relationship is the foundation for all of the infant's subsequent relationships. Mary Ainsworth and Barbara Wittick created the strange situation procedure to qualify different attachment styles and identified two main categories of attachment, secure and insecure. The insecure type includes three subcategories: avoidant, resistant, and disorganized, which was actually later identified by Mary Main and Solomon. Research, in the past 4 decades, a vast amount of research has supported Bowlby's assertion, finding that children classified as secure or insecure during infancy had significantly different qualities of social interaction with peers later in life. While previous research on attachment's relationship to children's social behavior repeatedly found no gender differences among securely attached children, several studies suggest that gender differences may exist for the insecurely attached children. However, small sample sizes of insecure children made it difficult to reach solid conclusions about these possible gender differences. Studies finding effects of insecure attachment in boys but not girls, Lewis et al., McCartney and Rankin et al., found that insecure attachment played a role in predicting high levels of aggression and externalizing behavior problems in boys in early and middle childhood. Cohn and DeMulder and others found that insecure attachment is associated with boys' lower ratings of peer competence and being less popular with peers in preschool and early childhood. So what about girls? Fagot and Kavanaugh and Schmidt and Mulder reported that insecure attachment is associated with having difficulty with peers and being less popular for girls in preschool. And Lafreniere and Sroufe found that insecure attachment is associated with low ratings of emotional warmth and social maturity in 4 to 5-year-old children, but especially for girls. In a study by Turner, it was found that insecure attachment was associated with different patterns of peer social behaviors in 4-year-olds. For boys, insecure attachment was associated with aggressive, controlling, and attention-seeking behaviors. For girls, insecure attachment was associated with dependent, passive, and positive emotionally expressive behaviors. For example, smiling, laughing, expressing pleasure. Based on her results, Turner suggested that insecure attachment may be the sources of gender stereotypes. So the rationale for the current study was that the role of gender in the social behaviors of insecurely attached children has been unclear due to small sample size and sometimes conflicting results. This study aimed to explore gender differences in the social behavior of a large sample of insecurely attached children. So there are several hypotheses here. Insecure boys will be rated higher in assertion than insecure girls. Insecure girls will be rated higher in self-control and peer competence than insecure boys. The patterns of gender differences in these behaviors for insecure children will be apparent at all 3 ages, 54 months, kindergarten age, and first grade. And differences between insecure boys and girls in peer social behaviors will increase as the children get older. One in 2007, and actually the study continues, but the data set only goes up to 2007. There are 10 sites across the United States who contributed data to this study. It was a collaborative study. Data for this study was selected based on whether the child was classified as insecure at 15 months. And of the 1,000 children, 391 were classified as insecure. There were 53.5% boys. Almost 80% were white or European American. 15% were black or African American, and about 6% were from other ethnic backgrounds. And in that study, 37% were avoidant, 23% were resistant, and 40% were disorganized. So of the 391, these are the breakouts for the three types in the insecure attachment group. Mothers and teachers reported on the children's social skills using the Gresham and Elliott social skills rating system. The mothers reported on the children's social skill at all 3 ages. Teachers reported on children's social skills at kindergarten and first grade. And some of the subscales included in the current study were assertion, self-control, and peer competence. Assertion is defined as initiating behaviors such as starting conversations with others and volunteering to help peers. Self-control is defined as behaviors that emerge in conflict, such as controlling temper and responding well to criticism. And peer competence is based on an a priori scale created by the SECC from existing items on the SSRS, including items such as waiting for turns and being liked by others. Results. For hypotheses 1 and 2, no gender differences were found in mothers' rating on any of the social subscales at any time period. Gender differences were found in teachers' ratings. Teachers rated insecure girls were higher in self-control than insecure boys. And you see the means there and the standard deviations, and the effect size is 0.26. Teachers rated insecure girls higher in peer competence than insecure boys. You can see the data there. Hypothesis 3, the gender difference in teacher reports were apparent at kindergarten and first grade. The gender differences in teacher, and hypothesis 4, gender differences increased from kindergarten to first grade. And those are the data. You can see that girls in kindergarten had higher self-control than boys, and in first grade they continued. And in peer competence, the results are the same, and effect sizes are quite sizable, although the one at the kindergarten is a little shy of 0.2. Hypothesis 5, mothers' reports were predicted by attachment classification alone. So mothers rated their children as showing less self-control when their child had been classified earlier as avoidant or disorganized in infancy. Mothers rated their children as showing less self-control, and these are the results for those data. Teacher reports were predicted by gender alone. Teachers rated children as showing more self-control and peer competence when the child was female. And these are the results for that. The R-squares are somewhat small, but this is a large sample, and that's why they're significant. So, discussion. Reports on social outcomes are different depending on who is reporting. Important methodological and perhaps substantive finding. Teachers may have more accurate Are teachers more accurate in their reports than mothers? Well, teachers may have more accurate perspectives of the peer social behaviors of insecure children than mothers. Different teachers rated the children at kindergarten and first grade. Mothers are less likely to have the breadth of comparison to other children that teachers do. Mothers may be less likely to see their children's behavior change over time, while teachers do see that. The correlation between attachment style and mothers' reports on social behaviors may be because both variables include her as a source of influence. These are the references.